Well, before we get into an interesting conversation with Alex Kerner of TriStar Technologies, we have a video that was developed over at their factory concerning their latest efforts. And I'm going to have our Nathan Cremesino run that for you now so we can get a good explanation. It's hosted by Katie Kerner from TriStar, who unfortunately can't be here because she's under the weather. So she sent Alex. Alex isn't the shoe-in here, so let's take a look at that video. We'll be right back as soon as that finishes.
Hi everyone, I'm Katie from TriStar Technologies, and I will be demonstrating our newest crimper in our lineup called the Crimp Express. We're particularly excited about the Crimp Express because it is so small and portable and is a perfect pairing on the shop floor with your existing hand crimper, such as your DMC tool. When you're building out your harness and have dozens of crimps to do, an operator typically has to manually pick out the contact, visually inspect it, orient it, make sure that it's correctly inserted into their crimp tool, then take their stripped wire, insert that into the contact, and squeeze to crimp. Not only does this take up precious time, but it also opens up the possibility of a bad crimp. The contact can fall onto the harness board, or worse, into the aircraft and create FOD. With the Crimp Express, all the operator needs to do is dump all of their contacts into these bin holders, insert the holder into the machine, and the machine will automatically orient and correctly present the contact into your crimp tool. This Crimp Express increases productivity by about 3x. It helps with inventory control, and it helps eliminate the risk of FOD. Let's go ahead and do a demo. So I have my Crimp Express here. It's already turned on, and the contacts have been loaded into the container, and it says ready to go. I can take my DMC crimp tool, insert it, and you will see on the camera that the contact was deposited into the tool, correctly oriented. The Crimp Express now says loaded. You can take it out and proceed with your crimp. The whole process takes a few seconds to cycle through. As you can see, the machine is already ready to go for the next one. This Crimp Express can accommodate different containers for different contact sizes, and it can also accommodate various crimp tool sizes. Thank you for watching our demo on our new Crimp Express. For more information about this product or any of our automated crimpers or laser wire marking products, please visit our website or give us a call.
Alrighty, well that was cool. Again, we're sorry that Katie can't join us. You go from trade show to trade show to trade show. Sooner or later, you pick up a bug. We're all kind of holding our breath here and hoping it doesn't happen to us. But in the meantime, we're talking to an old friend. Alex, we've known you for a long time.
Yep.
And through a number of just amazing devices that the aviation population doesn't see much of, but in no uncertain terms, they are very dependent upon. Let's talk about your latest innovation. We're talking crimping.
Crimping, right.
Crimping. So let's start crimping some schedules here.
Well, it's very simple. You have a most popular tool which people use for crimping contacts when they create harnesses. And nowadays, they manually pick up contact, load it in the tool. They have to orient contact, as Katie said, and then aim the wire in and then crimp it. We created a device which hopefully will speed up this process, make it more reliable, and basically you insert the wire, the crimper in, and the device loads the contact.
Boom, there you go.
Bam, it takes less than a second. So we time it, and the production rate while we use this device increased about 3 times, with significant saving. In addition to that, the person who does the job does not get tired. And in addition, some guys have large fingers and palms and so forth. Ladies have long nails. For them to grab this thing and pick it up and orient it, it takes time and effort. So this is much easier. You load your inventory of contact in this cassette, you put it in, you load it, you're done. And device basically feeds these contacts, orients, and loads into the crimping tool. This is the latest one, along with some other innovations or other products which we created at TriStar. This was just recently patented, and we unveiled it at Verticon show.
Must have been a big hit.
So far, we got well over 100 inquiries.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, in regards to maintaining the wiring or installing and things of that nature, anything you can do to make it simpler, especially since it can be tedious, can be hard on the hands. Mentioned before, especially women with nails, so forth and so on, something like this is going to be a godsend.
We hope so that it will help people to improve their working environment.
There you go.
Your life.
How'd you think this up?
You will start laughing. When you go to the bathroom, you have a soap dispenser. And before you use soap, so it was inconvenient. That's why people created soap dispenser. And it came from soap dispenser because I thought, why can't we just dispense contacts on demand? And this is where it came about. Very simple.
Very cool. Now this is in production now?
This is just first prototype, which we made back home. Right now, people gearing up for pre-production.
Okay.
So we're making first batch of them.
Okay. When are you likely to be in production?
Realistically, I would say a couple of months.
Okay.
It will take a while because we need to optimize it, see how public accepts it. Maybe we'll hear people and they will give us cool ideas which we would like to implement, because in addition to simple device, you can put barcode on it, you can keep inventory control, you can update this data to their network, so it's endless improvements, but we want to get basic machine out there and then build up on it.
When we first met you many years ago, you had developed a device that basically took the incredible chores involved in building wiring harnesses and knocked it down. And not only that, in addition to building the harnesses, it labeled them at the same time. It did extraordinary stuff. That has become the cornerstone of your initial efforts. How's that program doing?
Actually, it's doing very well, I believe. Up to date, we installed about well over 700 laser wire marking processors.
Okay.
These machines will take wire from a spool, precisely measure it, uniquely mark it, cut it, coil it, and nowadays even strip the wire. So we basically took a chunk of processes and combined it together in one continuous process, which eliminates human intervention, per se. And nowadays you can download a file which consists of unlimited number of records of your wires, and the machine will do it sequentially. So you can do some other operations, and meanwhile machine will, then you come back, pick up a batch of wires, your kit per se, so, and it's ready for next step, for crimping. That's why crimping process came about, to make it easier for people.
So,
Because in addition to manual crimpers, people use automatic crimping machines as well, which we manufacture for many years. But to work on the harness board, this is the main tool which they use, or alike some pneumatic tools, but this style of tool.
interesting. What are some of the other products that you've developed and are producing?
We produce portable laser marking machines specifically for people who need to take the tool in the field and bring their workshop or their basically abilities to fix aircraft to the customer. So it's a portable laser marking tool called Econolaser, which marks wire, and it weighs only 35 pounds, something like that. So you can take it with you on the truck, on the road, and so forth, inside of an airplane if you need to.
Do you have much of a certification or regulatory burden in building gear like this and putting it into the system? Is there
Not-
regulatory control?
Absolutely, yes and no.
Okay.
Yes, from standpoint that every laser is FDA approved device. Second, every machine is CE certified. And third, you need to have certification at Boeing and other companies. We're listed in Boeing specification 5152
Okay.
as the main sort of basic specification. So our products are listed. Without that, they cannot use it on Boeing related products. So it took a while to get these certifications.
I'll
Yes.
bet it did.
Yes.
Some of those are tough customers.
Tell me, it took 7 years to get one at Boeing.
Oh my goodness. Well, frankly, knowing Boeing and having worked with them off and on over the years, yeah. You
Took a
may
while.
have gotten away with a short time, so who knows?
Yeah,
Good
took a
grief.
while.
What's next? You got to be thinking about whatever's the next big
We're
thing.
building new systems right now. We call multi-wire. These systems are much more sophisticated. In addition to laser, when you laser mark the wire, you load the spool of wire on the machine, and then you process it. So multi-wire machines can accommodate up to 16 different spools. So in addition to main processes such as measuring wire, cutting wire, stripping wire, marking wire, it selects which wire you want on demand.
Okay.
So if your harness consists of different types of wires, you can select which one you want to process in what sequence. So this is the ones which we building right now. But guys come with innovation every day. Some of them, too futuristic for today, and some of them very useful tools. So we're always looking forward, looking for something new, and looking for incremental improvements to make life easier and more productive.
Evolution rather than revolution.
No revolutions. Yes, no revolutions.
Enough of that. Oh, I'll be darned. How big is the company?
Today, I think it's 18 people full time.
And you're in California, right?
We're right next to LAX,
Okay.
and we have a group of sales organizations, both in the United States and overseas. So we support our activities all over the world. Actually, as today, we have our products from Canada or Alaska, wherever, through the United States, through Mexico to Chile, and from South Africa to North Africa, Middle East, and all over the Europe and Asia.
You're getting around, Alex.
Yes, I'm very proud of it. Yes.
You should be. It's extraordinary. It's funny, when you look at an industry like this, everybody sees the glitzy glass panels. They see the cool autopilots. They see, this gauge and that gauge. They rarely, unless they're within the industry, understand what it takes to get to that point. I remember when I had an advanced glass panel done for an airplane of mine about a decade ago. It was one thing to go out and get the panel and everything else. Then I got the bill for the wiring harness.
Yes.
And I'm sitting there going, for what? Well, now I know.
It's all manual. Yeah.
The amount of work, and let's face it, any part of that goes bad, diagnosing a problem in a wiring harness is akin to black magic. It is and no fun at all.
Yes.
So,
And especially that on a large airplane, you have well over 100 miles of wire.
yeah.
An average wire is only several feet long. So you're talking about hundreds of thousands of wires. You need to uniquely measure, cut, mark, strip, crimp, and insert in the connector shell. So
Yeah, no problem.
no problem
No
whatsoever.
Holy smokes. Well, the reason I became a pilot and not a mechanic or a technician, very good reason. And aviation, by and large, is thanking me for that particular distinction because I can fly. Everything else, no, not going there. Good grief. Where can people get more information on what you're doing in the entire product line?
Basically, our website is the best source.
Okay.
It's try-star-technologies.com. And
I know you got some
LinkedIn.
great video.
Okay. Well, and better person to
come on.
promote it. And LinkedIn and so forth. But basically, if you on Google or any other media, you just type laser wire marker, we will be number 1, number 2, number 3. So
There you
we're
go.
there. Yeah, we're there.
Okay.
So
Well, Alex, continued success to you,
Thank
and
you.
Katie, and the rest of your organization. You're one of our favorites because you do cool stuff, and you're doing stuff that nobody thinks about until all of a sudden you really need it.
need it. Yes.
Oops. At which point, oh, we got to call Alex.
Thank you. Yes,
So,
I'm here.
very
People
good.
sometimes surprised. I just send you email. You're calling me 30 seconds after that. Say, it just passed my desk. I couldn't.
Got to get it done.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
You're
it's
quite
always
welcome.
a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank
Great
you.
job, too.
All right.
Aero-News Network's coverage of the 68th Annual AEA International Convention and Trade Show, live from Phoenix, Arizona, is brought to you in part by the following sponsors: